country seems as alluring as this island nation. Long cloistered from the American travelers, I had the opportunity to visit the elusive Cuba.
Now I need some money to get around Cuba, so I need to exchange my dollars to cook.
Upon finally entering the city of Havana, Cuba, I was captivated by the colorful chaos. My first impressions of Havana's buildings, houses, lively narrow streets will leave a remarkable imprint in my mind. I'm in for a real treat and I'm in a dream destination.
And many visitors here in Cuba, they prefer to stay in Casa Particulares.
I decided to stay in a casa particular to experience the Cuban culture in a real family home. Cuban families rent their homes in their houses to tourists, and this is allowed by the Cuban government. I rented the casa particular in central Havana because I want to see the everyday life of the Cubans. My two hosts embraced me with open arms, and I could ask for better hosts. Janet prepared sumptuous breakfast every morning, and we exchanged interesting stories. Diosdado even took me a motorcycle ride and showed me around and gave me a souvenir. My hosts have 4 adorable dogs and I enjoyed playing with them.
I am in Havana, Cuba, where the old meets the new.
I am in Havana Vieja and I'm surrounded by iconic buildings. Havana Vieja is nostalgic and the classic cars filling the streets is a real treat to see, and you feel like you're in an atmosphere that is frozen in time.
This is Parque Central, and Parque Central is the grandest park in Old Havana. It sits along Paseo del Prado, which divides the Old and the Central Havana. No other area in Havana gives such a vivid impression of the city's history as Havana Vieja, or Old Havana.
Old Havana was inscribed by the UNESCO World Heritage List. The narrow streets of Old Havana contains many picturesque buildings.
This is Plaza de Armas, which is one of the oldest squares in Havana. This is where Havana established itself as a city back in the days, and it was the seat of the government. This must be my lucky day because I see 2 rainbows in the historic district of Old Havana.
Cuban food is a blend of Spanish, African, and Caribbean cuisine. Cuban sandwiches are very popular in the US, but not so much in Havana. Since I don't eat beef, chicken, or pork, I opted for other options. I had a rice and beans with fish and eggs, and it did not disappoint me. I also tried the spaghetti, which was not so good, but the pizza from El Italiano store was really delicious. If you have a fascination for classic cars, Cuba is just about the greatest place in the planet. It's like a big car show featuring autos from 1940s to 1950s. I was so excited to hop into my first classic car ride and explore the city. The first stop was one of the forts of Havana. There was a nice restaurant in that fort and I had some beer while enjoying the view of Havana from afar. Then from there I took another car and went to Hotel Nacional de Cuba. This is an iconic hotel located in Vedado district. In 1946, it served as a venue for major mafia gatherings and numerous dignitaries and celebrities stayed here. And later that evening, I explored the city by foot. This is the Hotel Ambos Mundos in Old Havana. This is Ernest Hemingway's hideout between 1932 and 1939. This is where he said he had penned some of his chapters of the famous novel For Whom the Bell Tolls. As a typical tourist, I had to visit La Bodeguita del Medio. This is a popular drinking spot where Hemingway had a special connection with. This is also visited by poets, presidents, and celebrities. The walls are covered by signatures and short dedication by its visitors. Mojitos are the bar's signature drinks, but I had to order Cuba Libre and listen to lively traditional Cuban music. I have to share this cool, interesting experience. Internet is just a tiny bit more complicated in Cuba than in most countries. Wi-Fi is a little bit restricted, but you could still access it. You just have to buy the internet card and then find a Wi-Fi spot. So I purchased my internet card for $2 at a hotel, and right outside by the Malecon Boulevard is the Wi-Fi spot. Most of the people that you see tinkering on their phone are actually surfing the web, and it's a cool sight to see. After a good night's sleep, I woke up early and started walking around central Havana. A few meters from the Casa Particular where I'm staying, I saw a music TV shoot. As I continued my leisure walking, I stumbled upon Notre Dame de Bijou, which is a restaurant in a house decorated by eclectic design. They serve breakfast for only $3, and too bad I already ate, otherwise I would love to try their food. This is the Callejon de Hamel. It's a colorful Afro-Cuban art project by Salvador Gonzalez Excalona. It consists of brightly colored paintings, murals, and sculptures from recycled materials. The artwork depicts rituals and deities of Santeria, which is an Afro-Cuban religion. My trip in Havana wouldn't be complete without visiting the Revolution Square. The square is notable as being where many political rallies take place and where Fidel Castro and political figures address the Cubans. The square is dominated by Jose Marti Memorial, and opposite the memorial are the offices whose facade features matching steel memorials of the two most important deceased heroes of the Cuban Revolution, Che Guevara and Camilo Cienfuegos, sometimes mistaken for Fidel Castro. I heard the beaches in Cuba are great, so for my last day I hired a vintage car to take me to Santa Maria del Mar, which is a short drive away from the city center. While enjoying the sun and the sea breeze, I can't help but be thankful that I am here in Cuba. Cuba at one point was so elusive, and now it is allowing more visitors to the country. I really hope that tourism will create a positive impact to the country of Cuba. That ends my vlog, and thanks a lot for watching, and please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe.